So with No Mercy coming up in a couple of weeks, I thought it was a great idea to do another old pay-per-view review. And today, I got requested WWE No Mercy 2002, guys. And I've got to say that 2002 was a really strange year for the WWE because this was also a year after the Invasion angle. They had that really good SummerSlam, which I've talked about before on the channel. If you haven't seen the SummerSlam review series, down below in the description box. I know, cheap plug, whatever. And then we had Triple H and Evolution and and then we had Triple H and Evolution start in 2002 and stuff like that. So they was dominating Raw, and then we had the famous six with Eddie Guerrero, Chavo, Kurt Angle, Edge, and Rey Mysterio, and the Invisible Man, who should have been named. So yeah. Then obviously we had the stupid Katie Vick storyline that I hate, and I hate, and I hate. Give me a minute. That's better. Okay. And then after that we have Brock Lesnar and then we have Brock Lesnar, the rise of Brock Lesnar too, because they were building this up really well because he won King in a Ring, and then he defeated The Rock clean at SummerSlam, defeated Hogan, brother, oh, brother. And Hogan wouldn't like put, there's a story that Hogan still wants his win back, brother. So that he wants to bury him, brother. He's probably got a shovel ready going, I'm gonna bury you, brother, oh, brother. But yeah, that's the hoaxer. Like, I was surprised back then Hogan would actually put him over, because we know his history of Hogan burying talent, and he still buries them, but not much as they used to do, but yeah. But anyway, he beat Hogan, and then he beat Undertaker, and Undertaker, put him over Clay, which was fucking awesome in that cell, and he made Brock like a star in that cage. So yeah. Onto the card itself. So we open up No Mercy 2002 with the Raw Tag Team titles on the line. It's Edge and... No, I don't keep saying Edge. It's Chris Jericho and Christian. I really love this tag team in the Ruthless Aggression era versus Goldust and Booker T. These two tag teams I really enjoyed in the Ruthless Aggression era. I just enjoyed the hell out of these four guys. And it was a real good match here. A lot of good back and forth, a lot of false finishes. The end of the match comes where Chris Jericho tries to go for the I think he goes for a drop kick on Booker T, and then before he even goes for that, the middle ring, the middle rope breaks, and I was laughing like, what the fuck happened? Like, is that supposed to happen, or was that I don't know what happened, but Jericho's weight, I don't know, all his weight was on that rope, and what? It didn't make any sense. So anyway, it broke, and then after that, it's just Goldust and Jericho hits Goldust with the belt, and Chris Jericho and Christian are still the Raw World Tag Team Champions. Then after that, we get Dawn Marie versus Tori Wilson, and you know what? I could say that the women's division in 2017 is a lot better than the women's division in 2002, because you look at the storylines, going back 15 years later, and you had Alfie, or whatever his name was, the father of Tori Wilson, going trying to, Dawn Marie was trying to hook up with Alfie. So I guess this was trying to be a playoff, kind of like a playoff 2.0. So you would have like Hugh Hefner and his women in the Playboy Mansion, and then obviously Dawn Marie just wants Tori Wilson's father for money, so she's basically acting like a gold digger in all this. So basically, this storyline is all about her being a gold digger, and basically him wanting her as a gold digger. So what? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is more about, it's not even about Tori Wilson and Dawn Marie. Now, I know that they had kind of like, I think they kissed at one segment on SmackDown, but this storyline was all about him having a gold digger. All about Tori Wilson's father having a gold digger. That's all the story was about. And basically, they had a decent match. Tori gets the win. It was what it was. And then after that, we get Kurt Angle and the Invisible Man versus Rey Mysterio and Edge. This was a real good match here. Like go back and forth. Kurt Angle and Benoit get the win because Edge tapped out to the ankle lock, and then we get Triple H, the game versus Kane. It was world champion versus IC champion, and I really, really, really hated the Katie Vick angle in 2002. It was just so embarrassing. I mean, when Triple H was having sex with a dead corpse, and I don't want to get into it. I've talked about it before on the channel. I hated that. And Triple H gets the win here by help by Flair. We had a ton of interference in this match in general because the Hurricane comes in trying to help Kane, but he gets knocked out by the game. And then after that, we have 2 ref bumps, and then Flair gets chokeslammed by Kane, and then Triple H finally gets the win, and he is the unified world champion and intercontinental champion. And yeah, that was the end of the IC title for a while, and then they brought it back in 03, I think. Like 03 they brought it back, so yeah. And then after that we had Jamie Noble versus Tajiri. I thought that this was a good cruiserweight match here. You know what? It set the tempo. It's a real good match. Simple feud as well. And Jamie Noble gets the win by Nydia, who was a winner of Tough Enough, or I think she was a contender, whatever. But yeah, she was in Tough Enough at the time, and then she was in the role of Jamie Noble's girlfriend, and yeah, she helped him retain the Cruiserweight Championship here. Then we get the main event, and it's Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker for the WWE Championship. Now, this was a really good Hell in a Cell match, probably best match of the night, one of the best matches of the night. And you know what? I've got to say this here, that Undertaker is one of those guys in the wrestling business. There's only a couple of guys I would say in the wrestling business, one of those small amount of guys that, isn't selfish and is not selfish of pointing over young guys. And I know a lot of people were like, oh, that's a lot of blood, but you know what? He's trying to get over Brock Lesnar, and getting over Brock Lesnar is actually having a bit of blood in the match, or in Taker's case, had a shitload of blood in your face to get Brock Lesnar over, and he did. Because this is how you build up a monster. This is kind of how WWE right now are building up Braun Strowman to obviously take over kind of what Brock Lesnar used to do 15 years ago. I mean, I find it ironic that 15 years later, we're having a monster in Braun Strowman, a young monster in Braun Strowman versus an old guy in Brock Lesnar, who's obviously was in that position 15 years ago. Now he's passing the torch to Braun Strowman. In that capacity, and No Mercy this year we'll see that. So these two guys had a real good match, Brock Lesnar and Undertaker. Paul Heyman does get busted open as well. I don't know how the hell he got busted open, but it was Brock Lesnar had a gash here on his head. It was nasty. And then Taker hits Brock Lesnar hits the F5 for the win. He gets the bell, and then after that he just poses, and that was it. That was the end of No Mercy 2002. What do you guys think of this pay-per-view? I thought it was a good pay-per-view. I didn't think it was that bad. Just that stupid, dumb Katie Vick. The Katie Vick angle sucked. And that's all I want to talk about it. It absolutely sucks. I mean, actually 2002 to 2004 was a bad year for Raw in general. Because, even though Triple H was dominating Raw, like, that was just so bad because it was just focused on Triple H and Evolution, and they really was so bad at that point. SmackDown was just the show between that time, like 2002 to 2004. Like, they were really, making new stars and, pushing, the next main event guys and stuff like that. But for Raw, apart from maybe Shelton Benjamin, he was kind of a rising star back then. And that was it, really. They didn't really push that many big stars on Raw back then. Yeah. And that's my No Mercy 2002 review. What you guys think of the show? Leave your thoughts down below, and I'll take you later.